In a world driven by noise, tweets, posts, updates, and the constant pressure to share every thought, silence has become an undervalued treasure. But the truth is, silence holds power. It's in the quiet moments, away from the spotlight, that greatness is born. When you choose to work in silence, you're not denying your ambitions, you're protecting them. You're shielding your dreams from the external noise of opinions, distractions, and premature praise that can dilute your motivation. Every time you talk about your goals, your brain gets a small dose of satisfaction, as if you've already achieved them. That illusion can rob you of the hunger that drives real progress. But when you keep your head down, keep your mouth shut, and focus entirely on the process, something magical happens. You begin to build true strength brick by brick without the applause, without the pressure, without the need for approval. Silence isn't weakness, it's discipline. It's the ability to walk the hard road alone, trusting that your consistency will one day speak louder than words ever could. Brian Tracy says, your life only gets better when you get better. And that improvement, that transformation, doesn't come through announcing plans, it comes through daily execution. Silence allows for focus. It eliminates the need for external validation and reconnects you with your internal fire. It helps you tune into what matters: your work ethic, your mindset, your progress, not the opinions of others. Because the truth is, when you talk too soon, you invite doubts, distractions, and unnecessary pressure. But when you choose silence, you conserve energy, maintain control, and create a space where your skills can sharpen, your confidence can grow, and your results can flourish. History is filled with quiet warriors, people who didn't broadcast their plans but shook the world when they executed them. Think of those who transformed industries, built empires, or changed the world not by shouting but by showing. Their results did the talking, and yours can too. You don't need to tell everyone what you're working on. You just need to show up every day, do the work, embrace the grind, and let time unveil the masterpiece you're creating. Let your silence confuse those who expect noise. Let your effort become your anthem. When you reach your goal, it won't matter if no one knew you were trying, because the impact will be undeniable. So start today. Make a pact with yourself. No more announcements. No more empty talk. Just action. Just quiet, consistent, determined progress. And when the results finally speak, they'll echo louder than any words ever could. Because silence, when paired with relentless action, isn't just powerful, it's unstoppable. There's a silent trap that catches even the most ambitious people off guard, the trap of premature praise. It feels good, doesn't it? Sharing your goals, telling others about your dreams, and hearing that's amazing, or you're going places. Feedback before you've even taken the first step. But this momentary high comes at a price. When you receive praise for a goal you haven't achieved yet, your brain interprets it as partial success. It releases dopamine, the reward chemical, and gives you a false sense of accomplishment. That surge of satisfaction tricks your mind into thinking the work is already done. And suddenly, the hunger to grind, to push, the sacrifice, fades. You stop before you even begin, fooled by the illusion of progress. It's like celebrating a marathon victory just for tying your shoes. The applause is real, but the achievement I send single quotes Brian Tracy reminds us that success is not about what you say, it's about what you do. Premature praise robs you of the fuel that discipline needs to thrive. It turns your mission into a performance instead of a purpose. The moment you speak too soon, you invite judgment, pressure, and expectations that can cloud your focus. What started as a personal mission becomes a public performance. Now, instead of working from within, you're working to meet the applause of others. And when motivation is based on praise, it's unstable because praise can vanish in a moment. But discipline must endure in silence. If you chase praise instead of progress, you'll always be dependent on external validation. But if you delay recognition and choose to earn it through hard, consistent effort, You build something that no one can take from you. Self-respect. Let your goals be sacred. Let them live in the quiet corners of your mind where no one can interfere. Let the work be yours, and yours alone. Your path doesn't need to be broadcast to the world. It needs to be walked. Praise should come after proof, not before it. Hold your ambitions close. Water them with discipline. Protect them from the spotlight until they're strong enough to stand on their own. Because when your results finally emerge undeniable and powerful, they won't need introduction. They'll speak for themselves. Premature praise is a mirage. Don't chase it, chase growth. Chase mastery. Chase the satisfaction that comes not from being noticed, but from knowing you're doing the work even when no one sees it. That's the kind of motivation that lasts. So the next time you feel the urge to share your goals for a quick hit of validation, remember this. The real glory isn't in the talking, it's in the transformation. Stay silent. Stay focused. Let success be your statement, and let your silence be your strength. In the pursuit of greatness, silence isn't just a mindset, it's a strategy. To preserve your drive, you must learn to protect it. Drive is fragile in its early stages. It can be smothered by doubt, diluted by distractions, or weakened by the premature need for approval. But when you practice the art of focused silence, you protect your ambition like a flame in the wind. The first strategy is simple. Keep your goals to yourself, not because they aren't worthy of being shared, but because they're still growing. When you talk about what you're going to do, your mind falsely registers it as progress, and your motivation takes a hit. But when you stay quiet and channel that energy into action, you feed the flame, you build real momentum, and your confidence grows from within, not from likes, comments, or applause. The second strategy is to create a system, not just a goal. Goals can be vague, emotional, and fleeting. But systems, your daily habits, your morning routine, your work ethic are concrete. Systems are silent builders. They don't seek attention, but they produce results. Wake up early, write your tasks, track your progress. Do these things not to impress others, but to stay grounded in your own journey. Make your routine your fortress. The third strategy is to surround yourself with quiet winners, those who lead by example, not by ego. Their energy is contagious. They don't boast, they build. Their presence reminds you that success isn't loud, it's consistent. By staying in the company of such minds, you'll naturally become more focused, more driven, and more disciplined. Another powerful strategy is visualization. Every day, take a few moments to close your eyes and see your future self. Not in front of a crowd, not soaking in applause, but in a quiet room, content, fulfilled, and victorious. Visualize the process, not just the result. This inner clarity will keep your compass true. Finally, commit to the 90-day silence challenge, a promise to yourself to work, grind, grow, and say nothing. No status updates, no declarations. Just you, your work, and the quiet force of determination. At the end of 90 days, let your progress speak. And when it does, it'll speak louder than any words ever could. True power comes not from noise, but from control. Preserve your drive by mastering your silence. In a world that wants you to announce every move, choose the path of mystery. Work in silence. Let the results roar. Your future is built in the shadows, not on the stage. Stay silent, stay driven. And when you rise, it'll be undeniable because you didn't waste energy proving. You used it becoming in a world obsessed with instant validation and public recognition. Preserving your inner drive and practicing silence has become a rare form of power. To stay motivated and focused on your journey, you must master the art of quiet persistence. The first strategy is protecting your goals like sacred treasures, not to hide them out of fear, but to shield them from the noise of the outside world. When you speak too soon about your ambitions, you invite opinions, judgments, and distractions. This can easily shift your focus from execution to explanation. Keep your goals to yourself until they're no longer goals, but achievements. Let Your results speak louder than your promises. Next, build powerful daily habits. Motivation can fade, but discipline endures. Create a routine that fuels your progress, a structure that makes showing up non-negotiable. Wake up early, set specific tasks, eliminate time-wasting habits, and make your day a battlefield where victories are won quietly, one decision at a time. When you make discipline your default, you no longer rely on mood or motivation. You move forward with purpose, regardless of how you feel. This consistency sharpens your character and strengthens your drive far more than any motivational speech ever could. Another powerful strategy is to stay emotionally detached from applause. Whether people praise you or doubt you, stay focused. Don't get high on compliments or crushed by criticism. Your journey is yours, internal, private, and sacred. You don't owe anyone explanations. You owe yourself results. The less you depend on the opinions of others, the more mentally bulletproof you become. This detachment builds resilience, a core element of sustained drive. Remember, applause is temporary, but self-respect built through silent discipline lasts a lifetime. Surround yourself with silence-enhancing environments. This could mean spending time in solitude, limiting social media, or working in spaces that encourage deep focus. The environment you choose will either feed your distractions or feed your determination. Choose the one that nurtures your inner fire. Silence doesn't mean isolation. It means intentional clarity. Use it to reflect, recalibrate, and grow. Finally, set private deadlines and milestones. Track your progress in a journal or planner and celebrate your victories quietly. You don't need to broadcast every step. Each win is a seed that grows in silence. By the time the world notices, your roots will be so deep that nothing can shake you. This is the beauty of silent growth. Its unshakable drive is preserved when you guard your energy, silence the noise, and focus on the process. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Prove it to yourself. Every quiet morning you show up, every unnoticed hour you work, every step you take without telling a soul, that's where real strength is built. So embrace the silence. Let your actions echo in the chambers of discipline, and trust that one day your results will break the silence for you. And when they do, they'll make all the noise you never had to. Some of the most impactful individuals in history didn't shout about their goals. They simply showed up, worked in silence, and let their results shake the world. One such example is Amancio Ortega, the founder of Zara. Despite being one of the wealthiest people on earth, he stayed out of the spotlight for decades. No flashy interviews, no media tours, just relentless focus on building one of the largest fashion empires in the world. He built quietly, deliberately, and with intense discipline. Few knew his name while he was building, but everyone knows Zara. Now, that's the power of working in silence. Then there's J.K. Rowling, who wrote Harry Potter as a single mother, battling poverty and depression. She didn't announce her novel to the world before it was written. She didn't post daily updates or beg for approval. Instead, she quietly chipped away at her story in cafes and on kitchen tables while her daughter slept. Rejected by a dozen publishers, she stayed quiet and persistent. Today, she's the creator of one of the most beloved literary universes in history, all born out of silent, unseen struggle. Another example is Keanu Reeves. Known globally for his roles in The Matrix and John Wick, he is equally famous for his humility and quiet life. Despite his fame and fortune, he avoids the spotlight, donates millions to children's hospitals, supports crew members anonymously, and lives modestly. He's proof that success doesn't need to be loud to be meaningful. His quiet kindness and work ethic have earned him the respect of millions without ever seeking it. In the world of tech, Steve Wozniak, co-founder of Apple, embodies silent brilliance. While Steve Jobs became the public face, Wozniak was the quiet genius who built the machines that revolutionized computing. He wasn't chasing attention, he was chasing innovation. Without his quiet, behind-the-scenes brilliance, Apple may never have existed. Even in sports, we find examples like Kawhi Leonard, a two-time NBA champion, known for his reserved demeanor and incredible work ethic. He doesn't talk trash. He doesn't seek headlines. He lets his game do all the talking. His focus, consistency, and calm confidence have made him one of the most respected players in basketball. These individuals share one thing: they didn't need noise to succeed. They understood that results matter more than recognition. They worked in silence, endured setbacks, and emerged with accomplishments that spoke louder than any words ever could. Their stories remind us that greatness doesn't need a microphone. It needs patience, persistence, and purpose. So if you're grinding behind the scenes, wondering if your time will come, keep going. Stay quiet. Stay focused. Your breakthrough is building, even if no one sees it yet. And when your moment arrives, the world won't ask how loud you were. It'll marvel at how much you achieved without ever needing to shout.